Duo FNCS Grand Finals is in just a few days, so you know what time it is. It is our FNCS predictions time. We're going to start with NA East, go to EU, finish on NA West. So let's get right into this video. So we're going to do our top 5 for each region, starting with NA. We're going to start at the number 5 spot, which is a team coming from Uncon Logjam Lumberyard, a team that was winning at one point last season, which is Dukes and Jamper. I still think Jamper is one of the most, he's definitely one of the best IGLs and the most underrated IGL in the whole region. And then Dukes, obviously the 2-time FNCS winner, well, 1 time and then a Grand Rail win, one of the best fraggers, if not the best. So I see them with an uncon spot as well, like last season. I could see them maybe winning even, but 5th is the spot I'm going to go. Coming at number 4, we have a team that is contested but won't be fighting. They have Tilted Towers. They have half of it to themselves, which is Acorn and Edgy. You know what happens when they make it off spawn. Acorn's probably been one of the best players for the last 2 years, honestly. He's been one of the best players this chapter as well. I'm pretty sure the most PR. I have to put Acorn Edgy for. Edgy wants his revenge after not qualifying last season and then not even qualifying Grand Royale. It is time for him to make a little comeback season, do good in the grands, and I think top 5 is what he's going to get. Coming at the number 3 spot, we have our reigning, defending FNCS champions. It's hard to bet against them. It truly is, as they have an uncon chunkers once again, which I don't even know how. They get everything to themselves. I just don't think with those far zones that have been pulling, if you guys have been watching the duo Cash Cubs or FNCS Finals, the zones, the algorithms changed a little bit, according to Mr. Aussie Antics himself. So those far zones with no car is going to be a struggle for him. But Booga is one of the best IGLs, if not the best. He won True FNCS in Season 8, won the Grand Rail then, and also won the Duo FNCS that was last season. And then you pair with that with the best control player of all time, and the best fragger maybe of all time. The man's led kills in every FNCS, I'm pretty sure, for the last 5 seasons. He's like a 5-time FNCS winner or a 4-time. It's Miro, obviously. I don't know how you can go wrong with that. I just don't see them getting first with no cars, as that was a big thing for them if they got a max puller. So I would have to put them at the number 3 spot. Though, guys, I could see Bugo Miro winning. Like always, I would not be shocked. Bugo's the greatest player to ever do it, in my opinion. And with Miro, you could see them doing anything. We'll find it on the day of, but they could easily win. Coming at the number 2 spot is a team, Uncon Fortress, which is because they moved from Sleepy because they don't want to contest nets in them. Obviously, it's just brain dead to contest, and apparently it's not even that good of a spot. So they moved to the Fortress and now have that unconned for this grand finals. Last season, day 2, they were the best team. Day 1, they had a terrible day, and then they made one of the greatest comebacks we've ever seen in FNCS. Obviously, they didn't win, but they actually got a pretty good placement from going from 30th to a top 5 placement. That sent it Cold. Sent it's one of the best IGLs in the game. Paired with Cold, one of the best fraggers in the game. He's won a lot, actually. When he played with Cease in them, and then just last FNCS they did good. As long as they can replicate their day 2, I could easily see them winning grand finals and Scented getting his first FNCS. But with the Scented curse, I'm gonna have to put him number 2. Coming at the number 1 spot is a team is a player that I've put for the number 1 spot for the last 4 seasons, it feel like, and he just never wins. Maybe this is the season. I pray to God this is the season, which is Kanata Agers. I think they're gonna win FNCS. It's time. Kanata is one of the 2 players to qualify for every grand finals. Both of them, Kanata and Stretch, have yet to win a grand finals. This is Kanata's season. He has uncon Greasy to himself. He has a car there, one of the only places on the map. I think maybe there's only 2 cars in the map, I think, or maybe even 1, and he has it. He has that all uncon to himself. He paired with Agers, one of the best fraggers. Kanata's IGLing. We'll see how that goes. I think it's time for Kanata Agers to win a goddamn finals. It's Kanata's time, so I'd have them winning a grand finals for NA East, as long as Rise and them and threats don't land on them, which I don't think they are, because they have, I'm pretty sure, unconned Kondo at the moment of me making this video. I want to put some honorable mentions, as there is some big teams I've missed out on, which is one of them, one of the most consistent teams for the last 2 seasons, which is Joji Rokane. They have unconned Rocky. I do think they'll get about 6th to 7th. I don't think they'll be any lower than that. They may get top 3 though, but there's no way they get outside of top 10. So they're up there. Slacks and Clarity G. Also, Slacks is a very good player. He didn't make grands last season, I'm pretty sure, and he probably wants that revenge tour type beat. So I could see him also doing well. Chimp and Spade, our team got second last FNCS. I just don't know how their drop spot's gonna go. I'm pretty sure they're going Sunny Steps, but maybe they could repeat the top 3. We'll see. We'll find out. But I feel like I have not seen them on the leaderboard that much this season. I know they've been very consistent in all the FNCSs, but I don't remember them winning or doing like a top 5 and do a Cash Cup finals yet. But I could see them doing well. Also, Dubs and Mega, obviously, they know how to win. They're a good team. They have an uncon spot and they're a grand finals type team, I think. They always have to be consistent in grand finals. That's when they play their best. They know what they're doing. They have their experience down and all that. So they will do well. Some other people, Dijin Yamso, easily maybe at 6th to 7th spot as well. Joji Rokane. But that's about it. As you guys know, you guys probably didn't hear Stretcher Commandment's name contested. And yeah, I feel like a lot of these teams are contested, so that'll be the biggest issue. So coming at number 5 in the EU region, we have a team that is uncon Coney Crossroads, which I can see doing really well as long as Flois and Mappy do not contest them out of nowhere, which is Snazy and Potasai. Snazy and Potasai, very underrated team, have been killing it this season, absolutely just dominating the competition. Literally, I just see them getting top 5. Probably not on most people's list, but that's an easy top 5 for them, I think. Number 4, we have probably the second to third best player of all time, which is Tayson, paired with Chapix, with an not uncon, but they get half of the new POI, the Collider, to themselves. So I could easily see them even winning this thing. It's Tayson it's Tayson. It's just Tayson. I don't know more I could say. It's Tayson. He's a robot. He literally is. So top 4 for him. I think easily could even win this event. By the way, all this top 4, I think it could be different. All these top 4 could maybe even win, obviously. So number 3, we have another underrated team. They also have an uncontested Greasy along with Kanata. They have the car, which is going to be very good for all teams that get that Greasy car, which is Hellfire and Scram. Hellfire didn't even make it out of opens last season, I'm pretty sure. And now he's in grand finals in my top 3. He's played really good in grand finals. I'm pretty sure he did really good in grand final and the FNCS before that. So Hellfire, Scram, Uncon, Greasy, top 3 in my opinion. 2, we have our reigning, defending FNCS champion right out of the Big Sleepy. They've been getting zones with the new algorithm, apparently. The zones have been pulling towards them. I think they'll be chilling, and I think Hen and Queasy will get a top 2. Obviously, they're a high ground team. They could win. Everyone knows that. They're Queasy and Hen. Hen's one of the best players of all time. And with Queasy, probably the best IGL right now at the current moment. I don't see how they could go wrong. And at number 1 spot, there's 2 people at the number 1 spot, but we'll get into the other one in a real quick second. Number 1, I have Cammy and Seti. They have not been to the hot start that we thought, or everyone thought they were going to be. Everyone thought they were going to be straight dominating. Same with Cammy and Teak last season, but new teammate with Seti. Seti's one of the best tarpers, if not the best tarper in all of the world when it comes to Fortnite. And pair that with Cammy, I think they'll get number 1. I think they're a low ground team, mid ground team. That placement will start to pile up, and I think they will do better than what Cammy and Teak did, with Seti being obviously one of the best tarpers, like I said. So I could see them winning the whole damn thing, but they are not the best team in this grand finalist. And I don't think they are. I truly don't. I think number 1, if they make it off spawn at least 8 times, if they have one of the sides to themselves at covert, Aqua and Vino will win grands. They are the best team. They just are. I don't know what to say. Aqua's one of the greatest players to ever do it. I think he's the second best. I think Bugu's the first. Tayson third. Aqua's crazy. Paired with Vino, who's probably one of the best fighters on the whole world for Fortnite. You can't go wrong with that. They're a high ground team. They're going to dominate. And as you see, so I'm recording this video as of Tuesday. Yesterday was the EU Cash Cup Opens, and Aqua and Vino straight up dominated. They were just dominating, winning every game it felt like I was watching. So I would have to put Aqua Vino number 1 for the EU region, but it might be Cammy Seti. It just depends on how many times Aqua Vino makes off spawn. I do have some honorable mentions for EU and Alex, who's at the big condo. Very good spot, and it's obviously Andalex. He's one of the best players. He's also zero ping. He's pretty crazy. I got Trulex and Chico, a team that got top 5, or I think 6 with Rocky Reels uncontested. They still have Rocky Reels uncontested, but I do think they'll get around there. DKS coming out of Uncon, they're half have tilted to themselves. I have Pink and Anos. They've struggled a little bit, but I think they will maybe get a top 10. I have Refsguard and Clown coming out of whatever the split that is called by Bugle. And then, obviously, a big name, Benji Fishy. I could see them easily making a top 5. If not, it just depends how they're contested, what's going to happen off spawn with them. I know they're going the Collider, they want to. If they can make it off spawn more times than not, then I could see them getting a top 5. I truly think if they're uncon, they would probably win or get a top 3. He's just Savage is one of the best IGLs paired with Benji, one of the best fraggers. But who knows? But yeah, they're my honorable mention. They could easily get a top 5. It just depends how their off spawn goes. So now for NA West. Obviously not the biggest region, but coming at number 3, I have the reigning, defending, duo FNCS champion of the region, the High Ground Warriors, Favs and Snacky. I don't think they'll come top 3, get above that, because these two other teams are just straight up better. Yeah, number 2, I got Epic Whale and Arkram. Obviously, you guys may be shocked to not see them winning. They kind of struggled last season with how they were just playing. I don't know what was wrong with them, I'm going to be honest. Duos is I don't know. They didn't make it a consistent end game. I think they'll definitely change that and get a top 2. But if they win, obviously, I won't be shocked. It's Epic, Well, and Arc. But number 1, I have Reet and Rex. Just they're the duo, man. I'm telling you, they are crazy. Reet is actually crazy as IGL, and Rex is one of the best fraggers. He's actually one of the best mechanical players I've ever seen play this game. So I think they're going to win the NA West Finals. And I just want to say something real quick for the NA East region. I also do think Clicks and Day could also get a top 10. So take that with a grain of salt. Let's see. Depends how the surge goes. But that's why I didn't put them in the honorable mentions, but I'll say it now. As always, I hope my predictions are right. But I hope you guys have an amazing day. Don't forget to use the support code. It's Plunger. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Plunger Season. I'll be streaming the live event that is coming up. So yeah, get ready for that. That is going to be absolutely amazing. And I'll be streaming other tournaments there next season if the season's good. Hopefully late game's back because I'll be starting daily streaming. So yeah, use my support code, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, all the socials. And yeah, as always, hope you guys have an amazing day. And later.